Oh, hello. How are you again?
Right.
Right. Nice sunny day.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
You'll notice I'm wearing my RiderCamTV merch.
RiderCamTV.com/merch.
Okay.
There's also some offers on the website as well. When you go to the website, there's offers or merchant offers.
Merchant offers?
Merchant offers, because we've now become ambassadors for a certain communication system called Cardo.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Anyway, enough of that.
Yeah.
We'll do that later. So, we, for a long time now, have been very, very effusive. Is that a good word? We like that?
I don't know what's it mean.
Don't know. I'll use that anyway.
Okay.
About Ultimateear.
Oh yeah, we love Ultimateear.
Okay, and they've really stepped out of the way for us on many occasions, and they helped us out again after we came up with an idea. But at the NEC, the bike show in November last year, we had our ear impressions taken.
That's weird, wasn't it?
Oh, very odd.
But it was nice to have it done by the people that were making the ear things, because I had mine done by Specsavers, and that's kind of just like a process, whereas they talk to you when they're doing it, don't they?
Yeah. I thought you were going to say I had some putty shoved in my ear by a baker or something. Anyway, so we spoke to them. I spoke to George and a couple of the other guys, the technicians who were there at the time. We were talking about communication systems in helmets and the speakers, that come with them. Now, people are going to say my speakers are brilliant. On an open face helmet, they are noisier than a full face helmet. And everybody knows that, and there's always a trade-off, I would never buy a full-face helmet because I like the fact that you can do that.
I don't think I could wear one. It feels so restrictive after having one that you can open up in the summer or in, town and stuff.
But you never say never. If somebody gave us one, we'd wear it.
Well, yeah, very true. Shall we?
So we were saying that about the fact that the speakers we've got, you have to spend ages trying to adjust them, and then you've always got the volume at quite loud to try and hear them sometimes, and you can use it for telephone conversations and all the rest of it. So on my helmet, I've got the Interphone UCOM 2 system, which comes with speakers, the battery on the back, which you had to buy an upgraded battery, and it comes through to the microphone, so you can do telephone conversations on it as well, which is great. But I've never been able to place the speakers in this helmet since I got the UCOM 2 in the correct place to get the best sound, and really it's quite quiet. So, speaking to George, and we said to him, is there any way you think you could make it so that we could still use the same system, be it Intercom, Cardo, Interphone, Cardo, Senna, there's loads of them, where you could have proper earplugs, like moulded earplugs. And he sat and he looked at us and he went, no one's asked us that question before. However,
here they are.
Look, can you see that against the red of my merch? Here they are. Yeah. They've done it for us.
So you've got your earplugs that are moulded to your ears. They're proper moulded to only your ears, so they'll only fit. And that goes all the way up.
Speakers in, and then there's a jack plug.
A 3.5mm jack plug. I think that's a TRS. It's got the two black lines on there.
And sleep. When you wake up, you'll not remember this conversation. So
that's what most of our subscribers say.
Exactly. Yeah. So we sent them away. Because they hadn't used the UCOM 2 before. I had to strip the whole thing out of my helmet, send the speakers, the battery, the whole 9 yards, so they could work on it, because the connections are a little bit weird on a UCOM, instead of being like...
They're all proprietary, aren't they? Yeah. They're not like standard fittings,
so
are they?
They took it away, and I'll be honest, they had it less than a week.
Yeah.
And they've sent it right back to us.
Yeah.
And what they've done basically is they've taken the speakers, so this helmet now has no speakers. It came back on this wiring loom.
Yeah.
So I've got a battery, I've got the microphone, and a couple of connections. They're all connected, but this is what we're left with.
So is that a female? I think that's the female connection for the 3.5mm jack, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically all that happens now is I put these in my ears. I'm not going to do it because obviously you know what they look like when you're in your ears.
Why not? Put them in your ears.
I'll put them in my ears then. Toby told me, he's the director. Grand Vizier. So, in your ears. And the good thing about Ultimateear is they take digital mouldings as well now, so they make a digital moulding, so you don't have to send your originals back to them. You can actually just say, I've got, you know, I want this, I want that.
But interestingly enough, they do send to you the actual mouldings as well, in case you want to go elsewhere. So
when they send it back to you, but they keep a digital record. So all I've done now is I can put the helmet on, and then once I've put the helmet on,
you're not going to put your helmet on?
No, because I can't speak then.
Why not?
Because I won't be able to hear you. So all I do is connect that in, and I've got in-ear sound. What do they call them?
Moulded earplugs with
Moulded
speakers
earplugs
inside.
with speakers in, which are called
Soundears.
Soundears, which have brilliant speakers in them.
Oh, I tell you what, they are amazing, aren't they?
They are. They're so loud.
If you get them, make sure the first thing you do before connecting them is turn all of your music down, sound down to the minimum, because they'll blow your ears apart.
Because when I plugged this in and got it all working again, I phoned Cornish Stig up and said, just give me a call on the phone, and she started singing down. It really burst my eardrums, so make sure it's all turned down.
That was the volume, was it?
That was the volume, yeah, because she was a long way away.
She's a good singer.
She is a good singer.
Yeah.
She was a long way away though. So now I've got
your own moulded sound ears,
and I can control the volume using the unit itself and also the telephone, and I can answer the phone just by speaking to it.
And the good thing is, Interphone we've used for years, and my Interphone Ucom 4 and 16 that I now don't use so much, and you'll find out why in a few weeks. I found them really, really good. Always been good. Battery life's been good. Sound has been good. But for some reason, all of the speakers on the Interphone, and I'm not knocking them, but all of the speakers on the Interphone, you can sometimes not get them loud enough to be able to hear stuff, can you? And of course, then you start riding faster, dual carriageway motorway, and there's so much wind noise that you can't hear what's going on. And I found that particularly difficult on any headset on a phone call, because you just can't hear it. And of course, you can't change the volume of what's on the phone without stopping and putting the volume up. And there, you may as well just answer the phone. But this,
I'm so happy.
Mark was in hysterics. I put mine in and turned the music on, and it was so loud. And
I had told you.
Yeah, you did.
I had told you, and so I'm so pleased that I've got this, because I listen to music all the time when I'm riding, even when I'm on test. You know, I still listen to the music.
Well, I'm sorry to interrupt, but for us as guides, when we're riding, we get so many telephone calls, either from the office or from clients.
Help me, I'm lost.
And I've had to stop every time or ring them back because I can't hear them. Now, phone calls are like, they're right in your ear, aren't they?
Yep. So this is just hooked through the system there, through the back of the padding. Just tuck it in, and there it is. Now, admittedly, that's hanging down below, but I can deal with that.
Yeah.
I can live with that without a problem at all. But
well, you're always going to have that because there's a wired connection.
There's always something.
Yeah.
But what a difference this makes.
It's incredible, isn't it?
I've used them on the bike and I absolutely love them. So George, thank you very much for doing this.
Yeah.
And I hope other people get in contact with you to have it done.
Yeah. Now, on your Interphone, because Sena, I'm not sure what the Sena connections are, on the Interphone, they're proprietary connections across the board for speakers, microphone, and the main unit and the battery. Cardo are proprietary connections for the microphone, but the speakers are all standard 3.5mm jacks. So what they've done is they've put the 3.5mm jack on the head unit of your Ucom, haven't they?
Yep, because there's a little proprietary connection.
Yeah, so it's a standard thing that they can now do for people.
Which probably improves the sound anyway, you know, because that's a good connection. The one that was on there was a bit
yeah.
I felt it was a bit
and you've got a
fiddly,
real proper click when it goes in, haven't you?
Oh yeah, it's lovely. So, get in contact with George at Ultimateear. Really nice people. Helen's the girl who spoke to me and said, can we help you sort this out? And I was like, brilliant. And spoke to, I think it's Tom, the technician, and he was really, really helpful. And they're just a really nice bunch of people.
And the thing that I get from Ultimateear is they're nice people. Obviously, they're money driven because they want to make money, but that doesn't come across. They're proper, truly nice people that want to make stuff good for bikers.
Absolutely. So
really are lovely.
So
people.
what I've got from Ultimateear have done for me personally is they've done this for me and Toby. I also got a set of Bluetooth speakers.
Yeah, so did I.
Which they moulded for me after I came across them. I have another set of speakers which I can plug directly into my phone, having it connected to the phone into my ears, but obviously you can't answer the phone on that. Likewise, you can't answer the phone on the Bluetooth speakers either. And I've obviously got just the bog standard.
Yeah, well that's what I've got the Bluetooth ones. I use them quite a bit, but the ones that I've used more than anything are just the standard ear bungees or whatever they're called, the standard ones, squidgies. So comfortable. So, but these are a game changer. Absolutely.
And now I've always got, when I got away on tour, I saw somebody once get an ear infection because they hadn't cleaned their earplugs.
Do they lick them?
Oh, horrible. These all come with in a little case you get, which is here. You get
this case here. Oh,
this case
very much
here,
like mine, and it's branded with Ultimateear on the front. Look at that.
Their brand. You get a cream that you can put like a gel that goes around the earpiece to make sure it goes in properly, which you don't have to use a lot of, so it lasts a long time. You also get this. This is vital.
Right, let's zoom in on that.
You can see that.
Yeah, it's like a little hook. Let's zoom in.
It's for cleaning out the gunk out of your ears.
Really well, out of the moulds that you've put in and out of your ears. Yeah.
Because
don't stick that in your ears.
Please don't, because if you don't clean that out and that gunk builds up and you've got that in and your ears are sweating, you're going to get an ear infection. And that's what happened to somebody who was on tour. They got an ear infection from these, and I noticed every day that he was licking them and putting them in his ears and things like that. So whenever I've been away on tour, I've always taken at least 2 pairs of earplugs to swap them over to make sure they're clean and dried and all that kind of stuff. I found that with these, I don't have to do that.
No.
They're just so comfortable. And I can wear them for, I've done 23-day tours with them. Amazing.
Top tip.
Top tip? Yeah. Toby's top tips.
Top tip. Sorry about this, George. But top tip about using these moulded ear... Oh, what
earplugs.
Earplugs. I forget my own name. I forget my head if it wasn't screwed on. Top tip for using these moulded earplugs, the cream that you get with them is really, really good. But you'll find that you'll use these and you'll outlast the cream. The cream obviously isn't very expensive. However, I found that by just buying the normal unscented lip sole, it's just pence in a pound shop, it's just pence. Dabbing that on and just rubbing it around works wonders. Lip sole is the way.
I've got a quick story to tell you about lip sole. No, you'll like it because it's funny, because I'm feeling sick already, even though I haven't told you. When I worked in Afghanistan, one of the many places I've worked in, I was putting lip sole on my lips in the sun because it's like 50 degrees, 55 degrees out in the desert. It's burning the lips. I was putting this on. One of the little Afghans looked at me and he goes, "Why are you doing that, Mr. Mark?" And I said, "Well, it's just stops your lips burning, doesn't it?" He went, "Oh, no." And he pulls out this little piece of cling film, and in there he's got some Vaseline. He said, "This is what I use." And he does that and he puts it on his lips, and I was like, "It's a pretty cool idea, messy but pretty cool, And then one of the other guys, a guy called Zia, come over, as one of the supervisors. He goes, "Oh, you don't have to do that, Mr. Mark." He said, "Look," pulls his trousers up, sticks his finger in his belly button and goes like that across his lips. I was like, so always use proper lip sole is my motto.
Yeah.
Anyway, George.
Mark's Funny Stories. If you want to see a series on Mark's Funny Stories,
I've written a book.
Let us know. Yeah, you have, haven't you?
I have, yeah.
Perhaps we should do that.
We should do.
It'd be a very short book.
No, about guiding.
We should. Let us know in the comments if we should do that. If you would buy a book about tips and hints and stories and experiences on our guiding.
My book's about my time in the military. It's very funny. Anyway, George, thank you very much for these
so much,
earpieces.
And the team.
And the team especially. And we look forward to hearing your comments on the bottom. But these are awesome, fellas. So
they're not awesome. They are exceptionally awesome. They're just, I was going to swear then, absolutely incredible. They really are.
Big thumbs up for Ultimateear. If you like the channel, subscribe, make comments, all the rest of it. And we'll see you soon.
Save your ears, people.